There are so many ETFs out there. Which ones are the top 5 best for the everyday investor? That is what we are going to be discussing in today's video. This is day 5 of 100 Days of Finance, where the entire goal is to give you more personal finance education in 100 days than most people receive in their entire lifetime. As always, my name is Derek and I got my degree in finance, so you don't have to. Let's get right into the video. First on our list is the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, also known as VTI. This is probably the most popular total market tracking ETF. It is highly regarded mostly because of its broad diversification across the entire stock market and its very low expense ratio. Basically, VTI seeks to track the performance of the CRSP Total Market Index, which basically includes every single stock in the entire US stock market, 98% of them to be precise. Now, by investing in VTI, you basically get exposure to the entire stock market, including small, mid, and large cap companies. VTI also has a very long performance history, which makes it a popular and a good choice for investors who want broad diversification across the entire stock market. Just remember, it includes small, mid, and large cap companies. That is where it differs from another one on our list. Okay, now what about for those juicy dividends? We love passive income here. So for that, I like VIG. This is a heavy dividend-based ETF, and it tracks the Dividend Achievers Select Index. This index basically includes companies that have a history of increasing their dividends for the last 10 years. This makes VGI an excellent choice for those who are after dividends, and not only dividends, but those that increase year over year. Again, we love our passive income, baby. Now, this ETF still has a very diversified portfolio, and it has stocks across many different sectors and offers exposure to some very well-established companies like Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola, and Procter & Gamble. VIG also has a relatively low expense ratio, so it's a popular choice and a good choice for investors looking for dividend income and passive returns. Now for tech. My personal favorite is VGT, the Vanguard Technology ETF, and like the name implies, follows the tech sector. VGT holds stocks of some very large tech companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Alphabet. But what's nice about VGT is it also holds smaller companies, which in the tech world means potential for very high growth and returns. VGT is my personal favorite tech ETF, and it's a good choice for those of you who want exposure to the tech sector, but don't want overexposure by investing in 1, 2, 3, 5 of the top tech companies. This ETF also has a low expense ratio, which is going to be a common theme with the ones on our list. The lower the expense ratio, the more money you keep in your pocket. Anyways, VGT can make a good addition to a well-diversified portfolio if you believe in the tech sector and you believe that it will continue to grow in the coming years. The next on our list is VOO. And unlike VTI, which tracks the entire stock market, VOO tracks the S&P 500, which are the 500 largest publicly traded companies in the United States. Now, VOO seeks to mimic the performance of the S&P 500, which, while it only includes 500 companies, it is still 80% of the market capitalization of the stock market. And it is usually the indicator referred to on the news, etc., when people talk about the stock market moving up or down. Now, of course, VOO also has a low expense ratio, which makes it a good option for investors who are looking for a low-cost way to mimic the S&P 500's performance. And of course, by investing in VOO, you get access to some major and well-known companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Facebook. Now, while VOO doesn't offer as much diversification as something like VTI, it also focuses on the top 500 largest companies. So less diversification, but a more solid choice of portfolio members. And the S&P 500 has basically gone up on average every single year since its inception. Just remember, that is on average. There are definitely still years and periods of time where the S&P 500 goes down. So when you invest in an ETF or anything else, remember, it is a long game, it is a marathon, not a sprint. But in the long term, VOO is a solid choice for the everyday investor who wants to track the S&P 500. Okay, what about a solid non-S&P 500 index tracking fund? A good one is the Invesco QQQ. Now this tracks the performance of the 100 largest non-financial companies listed on the NASDAQ. This ETF offers exposure to a lot of tech companies. So just understand that if you invest in the QQQ and then something like VGT, you might have overexposure to the tech sector. But this is a good choice for someone who wants to track the NASDAQ as opposed to the S&P 500. Just remember, diversification is so important and ETFs allow you to do that, so they should make the bulk of most people's portfolios. But that portfolio still changes with risk tolerance and age, which I will be filming a video on for this series. As we continue our journey of 100 days of finance, on Monday, I will be talking about why interest rates even exist in the first place and what their purpose is. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn that bell notification on so you don't miss the 100 videos of financial education. I hope this video was easy to watch, fun, and enlightening. Again, my name is Derek and I got my degree in finance, so you don't have to. I love this stuff. It's been my passion for over a decade and I love to be able to share that with you. So I will see you in Monday's video.